Hi, welcome to the weekly Tips, Tools and Techniques with Bruce. Here we answer your questions about innovation, entrepreneurship and general business. So this week I want to explain to you the 60-40 rule. Now you've probably heard of the 80-20 rule, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other numbers that kind of add up to 100 that someone's made into a rule. The 80-20 rule is all about investment and reward, and it's a financial leverage and marketing thing. But the 60-40 rule looks at product development and innovation. So let me explain. A lot of people that we work with want to have a perfect product before they share it with anyone. It's those inner perfectionists in us. You know, that inner voice that says, you know, if you show somebody and they laugh, you're going to feel hurt inside, and it's got to be 100% right before you send it out. I agree, but I disagree, because what we want is we want people who are willing to take a risk with their new ideas, their new products, their new inventions. So we have a rule that we get people to kind of abide by, to say, go away and work on something, and when you get to 60%, come back and show us. Because the amount of time taken to get from 0 to 60% will double, if not treble, to get from 60 to 100. And what we want to do is we want to have a review period at 60%. So all the people that know us and work with us, they'll know 60% go speak to Bruce, 60% come and chat to Michelle, because they know that at that point it's the tipping point of effort versus reward changes drastically, and it's best to come and share that with somebody else to get a review to be able to go ahead and get the next part done. In fact, often it's the time where we take that 60% and we push it back to 30% to get then to the 80% in the next focus sprint of work. So it's very, very important. Never ever try and get your product perfect before sharing it with somebody else. In fact, there's a saying, and I cannot remember, it's probably coming from somewhere like Apple or something, to say, if you're not ashamed of your product when you go to market, you've waited too long. And I really, really agree with that, is that go to product, get that feedback from your initial customers, your pilot group, your test group, and then relaunch it again. Not only will you get greater traction in the market, but you actually go into the market to say, hey, what do you think of this? Join me on that journey to develop a product together. People love that community. People will be behind your brand, not thinking that I'm going to launch this and it's going to be perfect. And as soon as they find that first little bad thing, your entire product gets trashed. So be careful of producing what you launch as a perfect product. Always say, this is a test, this is a pilot, this is a prototype. What do you think? Join me in that success. Creating community with a 60-40 rule and developing a product that is faster and cheaper and long-term more rewarding for you and your company. My name is Bruce Wade. If you've got any ideas or questions that you want to ask us, just list them below this video and we'll get to them in future weeks.